Georgia and this is The Sound of Georgia. And welcome to my new bedroom. So this is the first video I'm filming in my new house. It's very, very exciting. And I apologise about the lighting. The only light I've got in the room right now is this giant light on the ceiling and it's really annoying. I don't know if this exact setup will continue. So for now anyway, I'm sitting in front of the shrine, as I call it, with all of my Sound of Music and Julie Andrews related books, and obviously the mini collector's plates. Anyway, today we're back with another Today in Julie Andrews history video. And today we're talking about Hawaii. Why is this the year of all the movies I hate? I don't know. But we're going to talk about it. Also, there might be a few more spoilers in today's video than there usually are in these Today in Julie Andrews history videos, so you have been warned. So in the US, Hawaii premiered on the 10th of October 1966. The screenplay was written by Daniel Paradash and Dalton Trumbo, and it was directed by George Roy Hill, who would do Thoroughly Modern Millie with Julie the following year. Actually, there were a lot of people in this movie who Julie had worked with already or would work with in the future. Maybe I'll do a video about that one day. A video about all of the people she worked with multiple times. Let me know if you'd want to see a video like that. I don't like this one. But unlike Princess Diaries, which I think is in an objective sense okay, and have a beef with it that has nothing to do with the film itself, or SOB, which I just don't get, I get this one. I can completely understand why people would like Hawaii. In an objective sense, it's a very good movie. I think it's very well made and it's very well acted. It is just not my type of movie at all. If I really wasn't playing the leading lady, I would have turned it off before we even met the leading lady if I picked it up at all. But it's just not my type of movie. I really try not to bring up things like religion on my channel because I know they can be very delicate subjects to talk about. But if we're going to talk about Hawaii, we kind of have to. The book is based on chapter 3 of James A. Michener's novel of the same name, Hawaii, which is, at least the copy my dad has, 1,130 pages long. The story follows Reverend Abner Hale, played by Max von Sydow, and he and his wife, played by Julie, go off to Hawaii to convert the indigenous people to Christianity. I'm not going to talk about the problems and the ethics of that because I'm not qualified to. And considering this story is about missionaries, I'm not going to tell you what to believe, but to put it bluntly, this film is too religious for me. As an atheist, Hawaii contains pretty much all the problems I have with Christianity. I think my favourite part of the movie is probably when Jerusha, Julie, tells Abner that he shouldn't be taking the Bible so literally.
Abner, do you believe every word in the Bible literally?
I think I've only watched this movie twice, but that's the scene that sticks out to me the most. And Jerusha lets Abner have it because of the way he's responding to the fact that everybody has just died of measles.
Then I will no longer call myself a Christian. I don't believe in your God of wrath. I don't believe Keoki's in hell either. I believe he has found God, and Malama with him, and Kilolo, and all those who died there on the beach.
Of course Jerusha's dead in the next scene, because of course she is. The movie was chopped and edited lengthwise a few times, but the version I have, which I imagine is the most readily available, is almost 3 hours long. And the only time I felt anything for Abner at all was in the last 2 minutes. When Jerusha and Abner first arrive on the island, Jerusha saves a baby who's been tossed out to the ocean to die because he has a giant birthmark on his cheek. In 20, 30, whatever years later, the movie takes place over a very long period of time, a young man comes up to Abner and he has a giant birthmark on his cheek. And Abner realises it is obviously the same baby Jerusha saved all those years ago, and he rushes inside to tell her, only to remember that she's dead, and has been dead for at least 10 years. That scene was really the only time I felt anything for Abner. Not that Max von Sydow did a bad job of playing him, it was a very good performance, but as far as the character goes, I hate him. And I actually think it's one of Julie's best performances ever. The childbirth scene. Enough said. And while I feel basically nothing for Abner, I do feel so bad for Jerusha. So I believe this film is, in an objective sense, very good, and there are some things I really do like about it. But overall, it's just not my type of movie. But just because I didn't like it, that doesn't mean other people didn't like it. It was nominated for 7 Oscars, though it didn't win any, 3 Golden Globes, and, at least in the US, was financially the most successful movie of 1966. And Julie's daughter Emma absolutely loves it. And it does have some pretty freaking cool trivia, I will give it that. Jocelyn Lagarde, who played Queen Malama, only ever acted in this movie. She'd never acted before, and she never acted again. And she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress at both the Golden Globes and the Oscars. She won the Golden Globe, didn't win the Oscar. But she was nominated for an Oscar for the only film she ever made. Max von Sydow's sons in real life played Abner's son, Micah, and Jerusha's younger sister, Mercy, was played by one Heather Menzies. You know, Louisa, R.I.P. Heather, we miss you. The book was so freaking huge. As I said, the edition my dad has is over 1,000 pages long. Because it was so long, a sequel actually got made a few years later. It was called The Hawaiians, and it was a complete flop. Richard Harris was in the movie. He played Jerusha's old love interest from back when she was younger, Captain Rafer Hawksworth, who meets up with her in Hawaii after she's left, and he hated Julie. He said, quote, "When I worked with Julie Andrews, I think I experienced the greatest hate I ever had for any human being." What is wrong with the man? And Bette Midler's in the film as well. But despite it being a blink and you'll miss it moment, this film kind of launched her career. It was weird. So that's everything I've got to say about Hawaii. Let me know in the comments. Have you seen Hawaii? Did you like it? Did you not? What do you think? Stay safe everyone. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my video next week. So long for a while.